Welcome to Recovery with Patrick. I'm glad you're with us today. So, more stories. So, what's the difference between willpower and self control, right? Willpower can get us through those initial moments sometimes, right? But it's not a long term strategy. It's just not. You can only be strong for so long, right? So, what's the difference between that and self control? Self control always has a plan, right? I have a plan. So, a relapse prevention plan, right? That will tell us what we're going to do in crisis situations. So I planned ahead. Do a relapse prevention plan, right? If you want one, contact us and I can send you one that I use. So let me tell you a story that highlights the difference between willpower and self-control. So I want to talk about Greek mythology for a little bit. So Odysseus, when he was coming home from the Trojan War, him and his crew, they'd been away from home for years, a very long time. And Odysseus especially wanted to get home because there was a lot of suitors after his wife, who they all assumed he was dead. But the shortcut home was they had to go through the Straits of the Sirens, right? Now the Sirens were these beautiful aquatic creatures that would call the men in these beautiful tones and voices that would get men to jump overboard or wreck their craft or their ships on the rocks, right? But they'd jump overboard and they would drown them. So they knew how dangerous this was, but they all wanted to go through the straits to get home sooner. So they devised a plan, right? And the plan was all the men put wax in their ears. But Odysseus wanted to hear what this song was, but he wanted to live to tell the tale. So what did he do? His whole crew had wax in their ears so they couldn't hear the song of the sirens. And Odysseus, he had his men tie him to the mast, right? And he was secured fastly to the mast. He told his men, no matter how I implore you, no matter what I say, don't turn me loose because I want to live to get home and see my wife. So they went through the straits. Odysseus heard the song of the sirens, was almost mad with desire to be with them, to jump overboard and be in the water with the sirens. But he got through it, right? He got through this really difficult thing, and he got to hear the song of the sirens because he had a plan, right? That is the difference between willpower. If he'd have relied on willpower, he'd have been dead, right? If we rely on willpower in early addiction and any part of our addiction, not having a plan, we'd be dead, right? And that is the end result of our disease.